To start off this video, I'd like to note that it is indeed sponsored by Naruto Online, but of course, I got to say whatever I wanted as long as I left out any naughty words. And as such, all opinions expressed here are my genuine thoughts and impressions. All they really asked is for me to give some info and my thoughts on the game, and since I haven't written about video games too much, this is honestly an interesting little project, made all the more exciting for me because I actually rather enjoy this game. You see, I don't really play video games much anymore, having cut them out of my life to greater and greater degrees in order to focus on anime and videos, but there's one major instance in which I still play them. For podcasts, music, or videos where the visuals are unimportant and I just listen to them in another tab, I like to have something to be doing, since for some reason my hyperactive millennial brain can't content itself with just that auditory stimulation, and so I'll open up a quick low-commitment game to pass the time while listening to them. I don't have too many of these games though, having burnt through and become bored of most of them, and I'm happy to report that the free-to-play browser-based MMO Naruto Online actually fills that role for me rather well. I can open up a tab, type it in, click a few times, and after only 5 or 10 seconds of loading, I'll be in the game and ready to go. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised with the fact it ran so smoothly and efficiently. I know it isn't too demanding a game, but I've only got my PC's integrated GPU, so I can never be too sure if it'll be up to the job. Now, I do have to complain that I actually really like the music for this game, and as such I feel a bit bad muting the tab so I can listen to whatever it is I want to while playing it. But other than that, it's a very convenient experience that suits my gaming needs pretty perfectly. That convenience continues on into the actual gameplay as well. I've played some other browser-based MMOs before, looking for something to accomplish what Naruto Online does for me, but they tend to have too much going on to keep track of in the casual open it up and play for a few minutes manner that I game in. I accepted this side quest 2 days ago, and you'd best believe I skipped the dialogue boxes, so I don't even know where the location it's referring to is. Objectives, upgrades, I don't want to bother with it. I just want to beat stuff up and watch my numbers increase. A simple man with simple needs. That oh so satisfying RPG gameplay loop. Naruto Online has a really intuitive UI, and with its effective manner of tutorializing it, highlighting the buttons I've got to press to walk me through the process, I was able to learn where all the key functions were very quickly and naturally, without having to be lectured about those instructions by a fairy perched on my shoulder or anything like that, which I appreciate. I don't want to feel like I'm being condescended to or treated like a kid as I run around using ninja fireballs to beat people up. I'm much too erudite for that. This trend continues with pop-ups whenever I've got gear available to upgrade or equip that are at once prominent enough that I won't miss them, but unobtrusive enough to avoid cluttering the screen too much and get on my nerves. The main quest and any side quests are arranged neatly along the side, allowing me to quickly check any of them. And even better, there's an auto-run feature when you click on that main objective, meaning you don't have to figure out how to reach it, and can focus on getting into the action, which is where the game truly shines. There is actually a decent amount to dig into here in terms of team composition and arrangement, and a whole range of varying synergies and combos to be explored. Especially for this type of game, there's a solid amount of tactical depth. All of that was just overshadowed for me personally by the excellent presentation and visceral experience of this combat. The first step in creating that enjoyable combat experience is a level of interest in the characters you're controlling, something that makes you feel that extra sense of investment while playing. And since Naruto Online is officially licensed, they've got free reign to bring in all the characters from the series you know and love. Playing as someone you feel is cool makes the whole thing more enjoyable, and where a game like Dark Souls gives you that feeling through talking up how powerful and important these various godlike beings are, causing the player character to feel like this incredibly accomplished legend by beating them, Naruto's got a range of available characters with hundreds of episodes and chapters of context for you to bring in and appreciate them through behind them, creating this feeling of having a group of old friends fighting alongside you. And of course, your main character's gotta be someone you care about as well. Not that you couldn't just shove them to the back of your formation and try to ignore them if you wanted. So it's great that your 5 choices here were designed by Masashi Kishimoto himself. Some of them are couched pretty heavily in other designs, but they're certainly a step above knockoff OC level. However, all of these factors are secondary to the most important element of an enjoyable play experience. Does it feel good to hit stuff? For Naruto Online, the answer to that question is an emphatic yes. The animations here are fantastic. I mean, well done smears, I'm sold. My favorite part is the little combos your team will create, though. There's a bit of a real-time turn-based thing going on here, with each character of yours attacking in sequence, and they'll juggle an enemy as they perform their attacks and pass it off to the next person, creating these great little sequences that feel relatively fluid and natural, and that have an extremely satisfying kineticism to them, utilizing holds, a technique similar to impact frames, where the animation will hold its pose for a brief moment and linger on an action to sell its impact. And it's only in revisiting the script for revisions that I realized those neat little combos actually come about as a result of those tactical synergies. Certain attacks will inflict a given state upon an enemy, and you can equip passives on your characters that will cause them to attack enemies that have been sent, for example, airborne, meaning you've got the power to chain together and bring about these sequences. It's easy for me to enjoy simply beating up packs of wolves when the game feel for it is as good as it is in Naruto Online. One of the other little highlights of the Naruto Online experience is this item drawing thing. I imagine this is where those people who get really deep into the game may drop some cash on it to search for their limited edition 3-star holographic Zabuza card, but you get the in-game items that allow you to draw frequently enough to allow you to engage those pleasure centers of the brain that love opening packs of cards and loot boxes and all that stuff no matter how you choose to engage with it. So I view it as more endorphins for me. While my playstyle doesn't really lend itself to this, Naruto Online can also let you experience the Naruto story in one of the more convenient forms. With the anime for Naruto's sequel, Boruto, starting up this season and featuring some impressive animation, I'm finally jumping on board this franchise, and I imagine some of you will be as well, so you can get your backstory here if you enjoy it with a side of satisfying RPG combat. I'm really glad to have had Naruto Online reach out to sponsor this video, not just because of the sweet paycheck, but also because it gave me an excuse to go check out this game that will legitimately become a part of my small rotation of accompaniments to audio content. It nails a bunch of the core base appeals of these types of games, and delivers it to me in a straightforward, simple to engage with manner that allows me to quickly get that experience without hassle, meaning it's perfectly suited to my gaming needs. I've got a link to it at the top of the description that'll help the fine folks behind this game see how useful this video was to them, so give it a click if Naruto Online seems like it might be well suited for you as well. It is free after all.